Namaste. A very good day to all my dear parents and the students who are watching this transmission. We have faced a crisis in our lives, and it is important that when we come back and we meet, we should greet each other with love, with happiness, and with gratefulness in our hearts to the Lord Almighty that He has brought us together again. So, once more, a salutation from my side, Namaste. And dear parents, this video has been shot basically with the purpose that I should welcome you and the children back to school. As you know that last year in the month of March there was a total lockdown due to the scare of the coronavirus. We know enough about the disease. Everyone, even children in lower nursery, know about it. So there is no issue which has to be discussed in detail. But yes, we do have to inform you what we are doing here in school to welcome your children, our children, back to W.H. Smith Memorial School. As you know, our school is the oldest English medium school, being over 62 years old, and with the finest of staff which you can find in the whole of Purvanchal for each of the subjects. The nursery section, the primary, the middle school section, the ICSC and ISC section. Now parents, when we were on having online classes, the virtual virtual media was being used and virtual classes were going on. At that time, it was a little tough because nobody was used to it. We were very used to physically being present inside the classroom with the children, monitoring their progress, asking them questions, and having a one-to-one with them so that we knew each and every child. Now you have one or two or maybe three children, but each of us who goes into the class has 30 to 40 children in the classes. So we are dealing with them, and it has been very tough, I think, on the parents who have had to play a dual role of not only being mummy and daddy, but also being teachers. Because without your help, we would not have been able to manage the way we did. So the second namaste is one of joining my hands to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the cooperation from all the papas and the mummies, because you all have really helped us and reinforced the effort which school has made to keep the children in the loop. Parents, it is very important that we realize that children, when they have been at home, have gone through 4 stages. The first one was of happiness because they do not have to come to school, and wonder because it was so exciting just to be around. The elders, the school, the parents did not know how education is going to go forward. Then the second stage came in which everything started coming back into line. The WhatsApp classes started, then the Zoom classes started, then the commercial Zoom classes started, then the Google Play classes started. And it was a very important stride in education that the entire, not only India, but the entire world has made in taking school and education and learning into the very home of each and every student. Now we here in Smith School believe that we cannot teach anyone. We believe that we are simply here to enhance the learning process. Each and every child is different. All 5 fingers are not alike, and every home environment is different. So children have to learn and grow on their own, and that is the best way to do it. So when we were faced with this dilemma, we came forward with our R&D team headed by myself and my senior teachers, the manager of the school, and we had several meetings and explored all the avenues that were available and whatever resources were available in the school for enhancing the learning process so that there should be no obstacle in the development of the child. And seeing the progress, the tests which we have held, in spite of not having the children here in the school, even if it was like an open book examination, or they did take help or they did not take help, the fact is that learning did take place. And I think it was an entirely new, world or vista which has opened up. The third stage which the children went through was, I think, when we started testing them. At that time, things got a little sticky and they started running around thinking, how are we going to give our exams? Many queries came in from parents and they were very concerned, and we reassured them that, look, we need to do this testing because we need to check and give you a time, or a deadline to see that what we have been doing in the virtual classes, have they been effective? Have the children really learned? Has something happened or not? So we did, and we were again very happy to see that children's performance was much better than it was when they have been coming to school physically. As a matter of fact, my computer staff and me, we took the time out to analyze that what was the result of the last 2 years when the school children were coming to school, and now when they have been under the tutelage of their parents. And you know what we found? We found that children who have regularly been taking classes have done extremely well. And they seem to know a lot more than what they knew. Maybe because the distraction of the peer pressure and distraction of, coming to school, wasting time in the rickshaw or the things like that, and bringing the tiffin, sometimes falling sick, not being able to come because the streets have been dug up outside your house or there is some event. None of these obstacles came up. So we had a number of working days, more than 220 working days we had, which was again amazing, and teachers were very happy. Then the teachers, the last stage, the fourth stage which they have been through, is the dilemma that you parents have faced, and naturally through you children are facing even now, is whether to send the little ones to school or not. Those who have children who are in the higher classes, they are more confident. They feel that my child can, face it, and there shouldn't be any danger to his health, and his immunity is bigger or greater. But the ones who have, like for classes 6 to 8, right now, the government has said that you should open the classes, and many schools have. We still need the consent of you, my dear parents, that you should allow your child to come to school. Now, how do I do that? Being the principal, being the leader of our institution, it is my duty, my humble duty, to share with you what we are doing here in school. First of all, I would like to congratulate our government and local administration and our education department, that they have really worked very hard. They have bombarded us with so many instructions, and Smith School, as always has done, we have followed it to the T. In English and Hindi, right round the school, there are a number of standees, a number of instructions and notices about safe distancing, about wearing masks, about being, careful wherever you go, washing your hands, and staying away from areas which could be contaminated. So what we have done is that we have made a short video with the help of two of our teachers, and everyone pitched in to help, and they are the people who are going to show you through visuals what we have done. are back again after taking a tour of the school, and I'm sure you must have found it very, educating to see how we have taken care. Let me tell you that this sanitization has not taken place only now when government has instructed us, but every week that the school was closed right from the month of last April, that is April 2020, starting from 15th of April onwards. We have been sanitizing each and every classroom once every week. This was done on a regular basis in April, May, June, July, August. September, we stepped it up because teachers started coming to the school. So, all the areas like the computer room, the staff room, the offices, and areas like the washrooms and the hall, these were sanitized every day. Every day we had sanitization, and that has continued. So, right through all these months, we have been sanitizing, and now, since the children are coming to school, we sanitize twice in the day. In the morning, when the children come to school, an hour before that, our staff goes around sanitizing the classrooms and common areas like staircases and the gate so that it's ready for the children. Next day, when the children leave, again we sanitize and we lock the classrooms. Nobody is allowed access. But then in the night, we don't know whether the effects have vanished. So next morning, again, it is sanitized. The temperature is being checked of each and every individual who is entering our school premises. The people who are coming for the construction, who are coming for maintenance, everyone is checked. Besides this, Government of India, our local medical association, they were the chief medical officer, he was very particular that on the 2nd or 3rd of December, we had the entire lot of office staff, the teachers and the Chatursheni, everyone checked for COVID. And you will be very happy to know that not a single one of us tested positive. Everyone who was tested, all 115 of us, were absolutely in the clear. So that was that. Besides this, we have made all other arrangements in which we are taking precaution. I'm going to show you another little video in which you will see how we have created a system by which the children, especially you will see they are bigger children, classes 9, 10, 11, 12, have started coming to school in the month of January. And you will see how they are entering the school, and you can have a look so that you can be reassured that this is what we are going to do right through. Yes, now we are back again, and we have had a round of the gate and seen how the children are entering. And in the basketball court, we have made circles in which they are standing at a very safe distance from each other. They can talk to each other, look at each other, but they are in the circles in that place. And besides this, the break time they will be having, during the break time also they sit in the class. And when they have to go to the washroom, there are people who are on duty who are constantly sanitizing the washroom after every 1 or 2 hours. and they use the washroom facilities. We have extra washroom facilities, and again repeatedly it is sanitized. When one of the children comes back, then only, or two of them come back, then only the rest of them are allowed to go. We are encouraging everyone to carry their own drinking water. We are avoiding using the water coolers in the school, because obviously that we feel that it is safer that way. And the children are hardly coming for a few hours, so they normally carry their own tiffin and their water. So that is one thing which we would like you to cooperate. You already are. And now, what is the situation inside the classroom? Let's go and see what's happening in class. So now we have taken a tour of the class, and we have seen how beautifully our teachers have arranged the seating arrangement. Seating plan is there on each door, and the children know where they have to sit. Studies are going on, and let me tell you, children are very happy. They are meeting their friends, they are talking. 1 or 2 days they were a little apprehensive and a little scared, maybe because they didn't know what's going to happen, but now they have become very comfortable. And we are now all geared and ready to welcome classes 6, 7 and 8.